It's early in the season, but we're already seeing some teams fall short of expectations. Grant, what do these teams need to do to get back on track?
Well, first of all, they have to relax. They can't panic. It's still early in the season. But, of course, it's on the leaders of each team to set the tone. They need to make sure everyone is locked in and on the same page.
And now the Indiana Pacers starters. We've got Miles Turner. Chris Duarte is out there with Jalen Smith. Then it's Buddy Hield, and it's Halliburton in at the 1. To the wing on the left. The teardrop, and the shot goes down.
Yeah, that's good vision from Harris. I mean, he draws so much attention himself, so he's become a capable passer.
The Sixers making a change here. MP's checked in, and the Pacers also making a change. Jackson is checked in. Here's Duarte. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
That's his first.
That one on Harris.
Third team foul.
After making the playoffs 5 years straight, the Pacers have struggled to get back to the postseason.
You know, B.A., they're trying to go through a rebuild right now, and that's going to take some time. But the front office and coaching staff appear comfortable with this direction, knowing it might be a while before they make the playoffs again.
And he drops the first.
You know, in the past several seasons, there's been one constant with the 76ers. They're going to be among the best defensive teams in the league.
The Sixers' identity really does center around their defense.
It's so true, B.A., and they've done a great job playing to their strengths. That's the key for any contending team. Maximize your players' talents. Philly has done that as well as anybody.
They get it back.
There's the defensive presence they want from Turner, hustling and using his mobility to send it back. Well, he's cooking with grease. He's got things flaming up, looking for an opportunity every time down the floor when he's that hot.
Now here's Hield. He's got 6. Right at the free throw line. The shot by Duarte, no good.
Boy, he's got to be kicking himself for failing to make that shot. That's money.
Maxey passes to MP. The shot misses, so Indiana will take it the other way. 1:57 left to play in the first. Oh, Harris with the block.
What a block from Harris. Terrific work there.
And Turner with the block. And they're able to recover. For Indiana, they've gone only 3 for 9 from the floor. Lets it go from 14. It's hauled in by the Sixers. Harris has got 4 rebounds in the game. To the middle. Here's MP. Ooh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now.
Yeah, and for the Pacers, things had gotten stale. So they bring in a new coach in Rick Carlisle, a new potential star in Tyrese Halliburton. A fresh start for this franchise.
Throw good, MP. Indiana switching things up recently, going forward in a new direction.
You know, B.A., change can be a good thing. Sometimes organizations can get comfortable winning 42, 44 games, losing in the first round. But the Pacers clearly want more. And you know what? I respect that.
Bataze's checked in for Indiana. McConnell comes in for Duarte. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe.
Already +5 in terms of rebound margin.
Pretty clear. They're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
With the bigger man on him, he creates just enough space for a shot.
And it's the Sixers with the ball. The Pacers making their last shot. Right side, Tucker. Milton passes to MP. The 6-footer. And it's in. Off the glass.
Milton.
Indiana's gone 2 for 3 from outside the arc. Halliburton outside. Pass to Hield. Halliburton against Melton. McConnell outside. 5 on the clock. And here's Turner. from deep three-point range. And they forced the shot clock violation. Great D. And now it's time to take another view of that huge swat.
Tell you what, early in the game, these kinds of plays can really set the tone.
Korkmaz is checked in for MP. All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the 76ers.
Well, I like how focused they've been on getting the opposition into foul trouble, as well as coming through at the free throw line.
In addition to that, they've thrown their weight around inside tonight, too, thumping and bumping in the paint. A lot of their points have come from inside.
The free throw drops for Embiid. You know, one expression you hear from a lot of coaches nowadays, threatening drives. What's the value of breaking the paint?
BA, dribble penetration is so important, particularly in today's game. With the spacing and the great shooting on the perimeter, if you can get to the paint, one, you may score at the rim, but if the defense collapses, now you have an opportunity to find an open shooter from three.
Harris and Embiid are playing up front. James Harden out there with Embiid, and it's Maxey in at the three. That's the group in the game for the 76ers.
Well, that's just good heads-up basketball from Embiid, making the pass to the open man.
Indiana has gone 2 of 5 from distance here in the second quarter. Pass to Hield. Ooh, poked away. There's the triple. Philadelphia grabs the miss.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, BA.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage nonetheless. I mean, it was only with one hand, but he still threw that down pretty hard. He's picking up right where he left off in the first quarter.
Pass to MP. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Ryan, Sixers head coach Doc Rivers earned the nickname Doc back in college for wearing a T-shirt with Julius Erving on it. In the NBA, he said, quote, "The first game I started was against the Sixers. I went over and said, Dr. J, how are you?" And he said, "Doc, how are you?" I said, No, I'm Glenn." But he said, "No, you're Doc." And that made me feel like $1 million. Guys.
All right, thanks, Allie. Tyrese Halliburton's checked in for Hield. 1:42 left in the first half of this one. It's Dorte on the wing. That one's good. On the assist from McConnell. McConnell's got his 4th assist in this one. Well, whenever you bring up the 76ers, you instantly think of Joel Embiid.
Oh, no question. He's the face of this franchise. Embiid is as good as anyone in the league. Off the floor, Joel is willing to take the blame when things don't go right. That's who you want as a leader.
Here's Smith. The Sixers getting their last shot to go. Over Harris. Smith no good. The 76ers have gotten 6 of 9 attempts to go in the second. Looking good. The offensive rebound. And Embiid throws it down.
Embiid right there to get the rebound and put it right back up. Excellent anticipation.
Indiana's gone 3 for 7 from the perimeter during the second quarter. Pass to Dorte. Now Halliburton. McConnell outside. And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention.
Well, the league has put an emphasis to crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
Tucker's checked in for James Harden. Jackson, he's checked in for Indiana. Brissett comes in for Smith. Now here's Embiid. He's got 21, and the shot goes.
They're winning the battle down low by imposing their will.
Yeah, it's really been quite a contrast. I like the way they're attacking the middle at their offensive end.
9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Halliburton outside. Back to Jackson. 4 on the clock. Puts it up from 12. And that one hits the back iron. Here's Maxey. Cash. It's MP picking up the assist. Maxey's got 6.
Leaving absolutely nothing on the table right now. Their focus and execution has been outstanding.
Yep, they're starting to stretch this lead out. Too much offense to keep pace with.
And so it's Philadelphia leading by 17 at the end of the period. They're communicating well and stringing together stops. We'll be right back after this word.
Here come your Philadelphia 76ers.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. What else can you say? Joel Embiid, an impressive effort here today.
Yeah, he's showing off how skilled he is at attacking the defense and converting at the line.
Well, you know, in that first half, it was a common occurrence. He got to the stripe time and time again.
Second half underway. Here's who Rick Carlisle's got on the floor. They've got Buddy Hield, Miles Turner out there with Jalen Smith. Then it's Halliburton, and it's Duarte in at the 3, the small forward.
Throughout years of play, one thing that has stayed consistent in the game of James Harden is remarkable ability to facilitate.
And their physical dominance has been on display. A 10-rebound advantage is a good indicator of how this game has gone.
Now the Pacers with it, trailing by 19. From downtown, rebounded by James Harden. You got to admit that Harden just has a gift for finding assists, Buck.
Yeah, he really does, B.A., and it's so amazing to watch. I mean, he's a guy that specializes in torching people one-on-one. But he's also almost as good setting other people up. Maybe it all comes back to how good he is at reading defenders. And I think there's something to be said for that.
The Sixers going with a whole new group out there. The Pacers making a switch here. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Halliburton, 2 points. That one goes. Halliburton's got his first 2 points of the night.
They've come into the second half with a renewed focus at the offensive end, putting a lot of work and effort into it. Let's see if they can sustain it.
That was another look at our Mobile One drive of the game just a moment ago.
Yeah, he made that drive look easy, but that had a high degree of difficulty.
Offensive board, and Harrell with the strong finish.
Harrell is an elite offensive rebounder. He's actually one of my favorite guys to watch work the glass.
Pass to Duarte. Back to McConnell. It's Duarte on the wing. Melton covers. Halliburton with the ball. No good that time.
He's been ice cold tonight. You know, you look at the scoreboard, guys, they really could have used this contribution.
And looking to shoot as many threes as possible. This kind of confidence, impressive to see.
Love the mentality there, I tell you. I know I've never coached, but, man, playing to win and being aggressive even with the lead as opposed to being safe and going into prevent offense, I'll take the former all day long. Play to win.
Chalk up 2 there.
Boy, that was a sweet-looking teardrop. There's very little defense for that.
McConnell outside. It's Duarte on the wing. Halliburton outside. Pass to McConnell. 6 to shoot. Shot to stop the run. And that one's good. McConnell's got his second bucket on the night.
And after a rough first half, they're finally finding a nice groove here.
3 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. To the paint. Here's Milton. Good. And the assist goes to MP. MP's got his 4th assist with that last one.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Hey, That right there was a lot of confidence, given the size of the disadvantage there.
And you know what? He does. I mean, in the NBA, you've got to have ways to score over defenders of all sizes.
And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers in command with a 13-point lead at the end of the quarter. How about the way they've attacked the paint? This throwback approach is paying off. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Now, I know he's a big man, but he's got some point guard in him if he's making passes like this.
Hey, that was a high-level pass no matter what position it came from. But it does make it stand out a little more when it's made by the big fella.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Harris and Embiid are playing up front.
Substitution on the court.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now. Final quarter of regulation. Here's MP, and he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
He's been playing great unselfish basketball, really putting the rock in the hands of the right shooters.
He is delivering a lot of room service dimes tonight. One sweet one after another.
Pass to Halliburton.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Here's Smith.
2 minutes.
Back to Halliburton. And the play-in tournament has been a success, but some debate about whether the stats should count towards postseason stats. Granted, it kind of falls in the abyss. How do you think we should reconcile?
Well, B.A., first of all, it is the postseason. It's exciting. Everyone's watching. So much is on the line. This is high-pressure elimination games. And, yes, there have been some great performances that we've seen in the play-in tournament thus far. So I think these stats should be included in postseason numbers for players.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for the 76ers.
Well, not content to take what the defense gives them. I mean, they're attacking the gaps and getting the ball inside.
And I love the fact they kept the pressure on, really pushing that ball, running it up the floor. I love seeing that. A team staying aggressive even when they're playing well.
And he makes a first.
Look, for the Pacers, I'm part of that franchise's history, so I understand the reality of being a small market team. Likely they don't sign a KD or LeBron in free agency. They've had to build through the draft and make good trades, and I don't have any doubts that they'll be able to do that because they've got some good young pieces and are looking good for the future.
That one's no good. And Clark, for teams outside of the major markets, as you said, they have to nail the draft.
Big time. That's a key component, B.A., and you've got to win a trade or two as well. I mean, that's how you build a team in most small markets. The Bucks just won a title, so we know it can be done. That's the great thing about the NBA. If you build it right, you're going to have a shot. But you got to get a little lucky, too.
And you can see how scary this team can be when everything is clicking for them. Just a terrific performance for the Sixers.
Pretty clear who the better team was today. They dominated in just about every phase of this game, Grant.
B.A., it's almost hard to think what didn't go well for them. Their plan, their execution, everything was absolutely on point.
And they'll chalk this up as their third win of the year.
And against a familiar opponent, it's nice to establish a psychological advantage with a win in the first game.
Especially because they're going to get together 3 more times this season.
On the court.
You love to get an opponent figured out early when you're going to be seeing them that often.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for Joel Embiid.
He played big all night, relentless on the glass, just helping his team in the possession battle.
Reed's checked in for Philadelphia. Tipped away. And so it looks like it'll be Philadelphia ball. 1:02 left in the fourth quarter here. MP against McConnell. Back to MP. Melton on the wing. Here's MP. Misses from short range. MP against McConnell. Taylor. And rejected. And it's out of bounds to Indiana.
Indiana ball.
There's 38 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Neesmith. Now here's McConnell. Just 5 to shoot. Over MP. Can't hit the step back J. And it's the Sixers with the ball. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 15 points. And that one drops for them.
Their home crowd has energized them all game. Now they're closing it out.
And I think they can start that celebration right now. I mean, what a terrific team victory.
Philadelphia foul. That's his first personal foul. Second team foul.
From the inbound. And McConnell the bucket on the assist from Tice.
Boy, I tell you what a well-designed play, executed beautifully, too.
Melton, right side. So it's the 76ers winning this one easily. They didn't have too many problems tonight.
They didn't. Just a tremendous team effort. Once they had that big lead, they were not going to let the visitors back into the game.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Allie LaForce, Clark Kellogg, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for watching the NBA presented by 2K Sports. So long, everybody.